Hello everyone, welcome back. This is I'm back once again to cast some awesome Starcraft 2 action for you today. And the Pro Week series continues. We have up here in the top left hand corner of the map Metropolis, the red Zerg is Style. In the bottom right hand corner of the map, the blue Terran that I am like infatuated with this week it seems, we have Liquid's Genro. And I love Liquid Genro. If you've watched any of the games over the past couple days, you'll see he was the first player I ever watched. He'll be the last player I ever watch Genro fighting. I've kind of actually taken this liking to Huck since he switched to EG, but definitely a big fan of Liquid Genro. Nonetheless, round of 4, GSL January 2011. Doesn't get any better than that, man. And Genro looking like he wants to plop down a Rax, and it looks like he will right there on the 150 mineral mark. Barracks is now going down. And as the Zerg opponent here starts to gather up his money, he's going to throw down that hatchery, probably right there. Going to take a hatch, and very shortly here, wouldn't be surprised. His scout does go out first, however. And Genro playing super standard, and looks like his opponent is as well, because there is the hatchery. And very nice by Style, bringing that drone all the way down to the expansion before building it. Allows him to get some extra minerals out there, maybe build an extra drone. And at this high level, it should be noted that drones, like 1 or 2 SCVs, drones, probes, can make the difference. And as you see the SCV here from Genro coming out to meet the scout, and we'll go do some scouting of his own. Genro saving up some money here, up to 200 minerals now. As you do see, the spawning pool has dropped for Style, so going up to a 17 pool. Genro saving up the money. Wouldn't be surprised to see him do that 1 Rax fast expand that we have been watching him do in all these TVZs. 1 Rax fast expand and double Hellions. And it's been working out for him. And why when it's been winning? We do see it going down right there. The spawning pool halfway done. And if you ever hear me get really quiet all of a sudden, my apartment's watching Captain America. So yeah, the double gas coming out here for Liquid Genro, also super standard. Going to throw down that factory as quickly as he can. He is going to be building that factory, getting into the double Hellions, and eventually going to Marine Tank Medevac. As we actually just saw against him in a game or two ago, where he was down a lot, and I won't spoil it for you. Actually, I already did. He was down a lot, came back, and spoiler alert, won, and I freaked out. It was pretty cool. I love getting excited about this game. This game is romantic. It's all get out. Liquid Genro's scouting is about done here, and I would love to see somebody one of these days just drop down bunker. That's what you get, man, for not. That's what you get for not putting supply depots there. Come on, team, whoever made Metropolis. I think it was GSL, but I don't know. I don't want to say that and falsely attribute. Double Queens are about to pop for Style, and that will get his production going here. And I'd like to see him. There you go. Wait a little bit there, bub. But Marines here going to deny any scouting, but these 3 Marines positioned in the way they are will give this Ling the idea that there's an expansion there, and rightfully so. And did he see it? And it looks like he did not, but with the 3 Marines out there, you almost have to assume. But then again, as soon as you start making assumptions, you know what you do. Yeah, you make an ass out of you and me. And you don't want to be that guy that does that, do you really? I don't think you do. Liquid's Genro is going to go up here, and looks like he's going to scout for the quick third. And then probably will come up here and just try to get a good drone check, but he will be met by a spine crawler and some queens. I like Styles used to the queens there. As we were talking about, 2 Hellions are 25% of the way done, and they are going to make their way across the battlefield here very shortly. 3 Marines look like they want to do some pushing out here. I wonder what they plan on doing. Perhaps just going up here, grabbing the towers. Getting big control of the vision of the entire center of the map. And here come the Hellions. There are, if there was any conquest battles for map control, it would be Genro's now. Look at that Marine down there in the bottom right hand corner. So mean. Did you know if you double click on the picture of a unit, it brings you all the way back to that unit? Like, look, ready? Boom! That's sick. Alright. Marines did come up here and scout out. Going to decide that it's not worth their lives. And the Hellions look like they're going to try to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop. But oh no, bro, there's rocks there. I completely forgot there were rocks there. Roach Warren is on the way for... Oh, he's going to get that creep tumor. Genro, I don't know if this is worth all the loss on your Hellion. Doesn't even get it. And actually going to do a little swing around. Might lose these Hellions for absolutely nothing. But going to do the A move there over his Hellion and kill that Creep Tumor. Don't know if it was worth it all in the end, but a persistent Jonathan Walsh is a persistent Jonathan Walsh. +1/+1 is on the way for Style, and 2 engineering bays are halfway done for Liquid Genro. We do see Siege Tank production and Siege Tank mode is now on the way. And Liquid Genro is shaping up to play very standard ZVT here. Style still trapped on 2 bases, no layer, because of this awesome map control of the Hellions, but at the same time, getting his drone count up there, 54 to 35 in favor of the Red Zerg player Style. And also has now the upgrade build advantage lead. Not too great, but still up there. Always hard to come back from an upgrade deficit when your opponent is continuously amassing upgrades. Queens look like they want to come down here and actually blockade these Hellions in. And wouldn't be a bad idea for them to do so. Journo, in the meantime, completely walled off his natural. He is safe for the meantime. And he's just adding on more barracks, actually. And you see that production tab freaking out in the meantime. Let's check out the units tab. 39 to 55 drones and 7 Marines to 5 Roaches and a tank and 4 Hellions. Roaches are going to go kill the Marine there. Sad day for him, but in return Style gets a 3rd. And it looks like the rocks are going to be going down here on both sides to give easier pathways for the Zerg to defend himself. Hellions all over the map, it seems. And they are going to constantly try to keep that control, keep the creep spread low. Even though Style is doing actually a great job with it right now. 9 minutes into the game and the creep spread's almost out of the Zelnaga Watchtower. Might lose that tumor. In fact, I think he will. Yes, he does. Last second, so would seem. Queen actually in danger of losing its life. Not really worth hitting. Actually being a little miscontrolled there. Might die. And Roaches are going to come up and wield those Hellions away, however. Metabolic Boost is actually 75% of the way done. He's going for that 10 minute and 30 second speed timing. So very critical. If you didn't know, I was kidding. I'm sorry. Speed is usually an upgrade you grab very early. And it's just kind of interesting to see Style wait this long to get it. Not bad, just interesting. You never know what his original plans were. Burrow and +2 Carapace is about to finish for the Zerg player, as the Zerg is also getting Roach speed and +1 weapons. And this Siege Tank does a lot of damage and almost kills 2 Roaches there. Very well done by him, all that damage. 35 damage and 30 to armored. It looks like here the Marines are going to take out the destructible rocks, and General will be using that 3rd command center to grab his 3rd. And this Ling actually might get a great timing off on it. And will in fact probably meet its doom before it sees that command center. It does, but he's got to have a pretty good idea. Those Marines aren't down there for their health. In fact, it's probably very anti-healthy to do that. Pathogen Glands is on the way, so Infestors will be on the way shortly. +2/+2 is on the way for Liquid Genro, as well as Stim Pack is just about finished up. And Siege Tank mode obviously finished, as you saw earlier. Kind of interested to see what other upgrades. Yeah, notice Genro. Notice in his last game, Genro doesn't get Combat Shield very early at all. The Marines for Liquid Genro not very strong very early in the game. Focusing much more on a macro-centered, get my base set up kind of approach. Infrastructure is very important to Liquid Genro, and with good result. But however, this one time he forgets to rally a CC Genro. I'm sorry for causing that to happen posthumously. That SCV just /lazy. However, the Roaches are going to take out these Hellions, but not before they can get the scout off on the 5th base there. Or the 4th base, I should say. The 5th base is up here. And these Hellions are going to try to do a little dance. I like the separation there. If one has to die, why not? The rest of them shouldn't. But Style, actually, great Roach positioning there that I didn't even notice. Takes out all of those Hellions. Those Hellions didn't do a lot of damage. They did get him map control, however, looking at the units lost out. Both have lost some, but General's lost more. Lost about 400 more resources. So Style trading very cost efficiently here. And the Hive Tech is about halfway done now for Style. So Style will probably be going into that Greater Spire Tech shortly. And he's also grabbing that probably just for upgrades, so he can get those +3 Carapace. We do see 62 Lings are on the way, as well as 4 Infestors. So it looks like Style is getting ready to push out here very shortly. Won't be long before we see an engagement. I feel like the third will be under fire here for Liquid Genro. Is there anything over here to defend? Not really. 2 Marines aren't very good. Neither are really that many Marines. However, siege tanks now join the fray, and more Marines actually make that army from Liquid Genro pretty fathomably tough. And looks like the Roaches want to engage again. Going to get 1 or 2 picked off there. Supplies actually in Genro's favor, 164 to 163 in favor of our Guerrilla Terran. 111 supply for Liquid Genro in the Army tab, 97 for Style. So it's all going to come down to the engagement if Style wants to win this battle. Forgot to mention, as this 5th base is going to get canceled more than likely. No cancel at all, actually. Straight up killed. So that's a 300 mineral loss for Style, as well as all this creep. Actually, should note the recent replay courtesy of TeamLiquidPro.com. This week in replays, Liquid Genro. Looks like there was a drop here that didn't do a whole lot of anything except lose a bunch of units. I haven't been paying that good attention in the minimap. Another drop over here. Didn't do anything at all, actually. It's mostly like he just sent those out for funsies. And actually, all these Lings might get caught off guard. Not a very good engagement here for Style, and he's actually going to run away now before he doesn't take some pot shots, however. And Marines flanking from both sides might get an investor. No, they will not, actually. Instead, the Lings are actually going to get themselves in a pretty good position now. Tanks on siege, however, doesn't matter to Liquid Genro. He is going to push this Zerg army back. 194 supply Terran against 182 supply Zerg. Zerg not with the best composition to engage this. And I like the scouting scans here by Liquid Genro. Also going to kill off a lot of those orbital commands. Or I'm sorry, going to kill off a lot of those creep terminers. It's been a long day, guys. The investor count for Style and pretty healthy, as well as the energy count. But it doesn't look like the Zerg is in a good enough position to take stuff out here. Medevacs are coming back home from their failed expedition. And it looks like actually Terran pushing in here could take out this base here from Style, but the Zerg looks like it is mounting up a counterattack, and Liquid Genro's Marines should have saw it, but they're not. Infested Terrans did come in here and get everything. The SCVs did run away, but here come the Lings over here. They're going to take out a lot of SCVs. Liquid Genro, will he return? Actually, just kind of sitting idly up here. Not the best thing for him to be doing right now. Tanks actually in a great position there for Liquid Genro, but the Roaches are destroying the 3rd base. Zerg units keep continuously streaming in. Genro supply blocked hardcore. We will see a base trade scenario here. The 4th Style does fall. Liquid Genro's army is in shambles. SCVs having to be pulled here in the main. The 3rd is in shambles. No more SCVs remain. No more SCVs are going to remain here in the main either. Liquid Genro trapped inside the natural here. I don't mean to say trapped. He is actually doing a lot of damage. I think he has the better base trade army, but it does look like Style's in a pretty good position. 180 supply to 125, but most of that is in workers. Keep in mind, Liquid Genro's base is being devastated. The production facilities are well under siege. Zerg has tons of money, but the natural for Style has fallen. All that remains is this 3rd, and that is going to be taken out by a handful of Marines here. The tech for Style is now under fire, as well as the tech for Liquid Genro. Barracks are floating away. Style has no anti-air. Style has no anti-air at all. These floating buildings can win Liquid Genro the game. And these command centers floating off into the abysses of the Earth. Planetary fortress over there, actually probably capable of destroying all of Style's army. And Liquid Genro in a very strong position here. Drone's bird is actually very gross to look at. I'm actually going to scroll down because that's kind of disgusting. Style's hive is going to fall. This sets Style back, as Tasteless would say, to the Stone Age. All the tech for Liquid Genro either killed or being lifted off, but the lifted off buildings are going to survive, and Style can't win this base trade. This base over here did die. And there are no more hatches on the base for Style. He will be revealed here very shortly. Would like to see Genro pop a scan so those gross drones can die. And it looks like he will sit idly in the base here to wait for a to wait for, what is it called? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on my word. It doesn't matter. The reveal nature of Genro's base. He's going to kill off all these larvae because he's a boss. So that's why. And Command Center 1 and 2 are going to escape. Command Center 3 is a planetary fortress. Genro, in a very strong position here, should see everything now from his opponent, except for the hatch in his main. What buildings are left? There is an extractor left. The planetary fortress is under fire and it will fall. Not before it racks up 14, 15 kills. 18 kills actually. Very good job there from Liquid General. If these two armies engage, Liquid General I feel is going to win 103 supply to 82. Not a whole lot for General to do. Another hatch has been thrown down. His opponent does have a lot of hatches. Liquid Generous, a lot of money, 5,000 money for the style, 941 for General. Infestor's getting a pretty decent fungal off there. But I don't think it's going to be good enough, unfortunately, for Style. Style with a good counter-attack idea. I just don't think it's actually going to work out for him. Jenner actually taking all these bases now. Could continue remining with his mules if he so desired. He could even land all the production facilities and just make a new base in wherever he wanted. I do think it's funny that Style decided to build a base in the base of Liquid General. And it looks like Liquid General is going to come back here and going to load up one medevac, plop it right down in here, and probably just going to try to kill off this hatchery. In the meantime, Style's army is going to return home. 3 hatches are up now for Style. Liquid General will have the task of hunting those down. Marines with their amazing DPS are going to take down that hatchery. I didn't say that as an EMBA statement. They just have good DPS. And here we go. The hatch is about to fall. It looks like the army of Style has scouted out this base because of this great creep spread that we talked about at the beginning of the game. And this hatcheries will be under siege here. Nope. Not enough. Infested Terrans are all being plopped down. Throw down, spend all the energy. And the Infested Terrans are targeting that orbital command. It looks like it probably will fall here. No. If he can get an FCV, it's dead. Never mind, it's dead. Look for the hairdryer. Where it is. There it is. Hairdryer. And actually losing a lot there. Style is down to 53 supply. Down now to 2 hatches, a spawning pool, and an extractor. But still with 4,364 minerals. So he still does have a chance to climb his way back into this General, though. Let's check out the army tab. 86 to 35, so all General has to go do is find the army. And it looks like Style just wants to retake and play the game as normal here. Tech Lab going down here for Liquid General somewhere on something. I would say it's probably on a starport if I know General. And there it is. Yep, Tech Lab on the starport. And Style just decides to GG. Admirable fight there by Style. Actually forced the game out a lot longer than I thought he could have or should have. But hey, when you think you got a chance, you got to keep fighting the good fight. So, a great game from Liquid General. That's all I'm going to cast for today, so thank you so much for tuning in and catching all these games. Subscribe to me at youtube.com/I'mYourMan040991 and follow me on Twitter at I'mYourMan. Going to be doing 2 General games tomorrow and another game from reddit.com/r/cast. I already have that game lined up. Big thanks to some people over there. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been I'm Your Man casting Starcraft 2.